Alright, just hang on. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Invader's Front News and Weather Forecast for July 20th, 2020. Welcome back to the series as we're tracking coronavirus headlines. As we're tracking the disturbance in the Atlantic and more disturbance in the Atlantic and disturbances in the Eastern Pacific. What's going on with the tropical activity? Latest news and headlines you need to know. Across the nation right now, we do have some severe weather, some storms going on. Firing up in these areas right here, we're watching on radar. The satellite imagery right here, we got some storms flying up over here, got some small storms over here, and some storms over here as well. We got long lines of storms stretching here. We got long line storms stretching northeastward here as well. So across the nation, a little quiet for much of the nation, but we're seeing a lot of storms firing up in these areas, but it should be dying down some point later on. But what's going on today's headlines is the tropical news on the, yes, we do have three disturbances in Atlantic, and we have two Eastern Pacific tropical depressions, 7E and 8E right here, and we're closely watching Invest 99L, in the Atlantic, which we're monitoring closely. We have these disturbances, and we're watching Invest 99L, which is this system right here, closely monitoring on what to expect in this system. But this is just gonna be surprising. We're watching the system closely because this could have a good chance of reaching tropical storm strength sometime. But some models are indicating that this could reach a tropical storm level. So what does that mean? So that means might reach a hurricane level, tropical storm level, or any kind of level we're watching. Now half these models are saying it will remain low as not tropical storm intensity. So you can see we can split these half. There's about 6 models saying this, and over 4 models saying this. So right now, the intensity model guidance is currently saying, for now, is saying we want to see tropical storm activity later in the next 24 hours, but we could see tropical storm activity later on as the models could change later on as we get closer to the forecasting date as we're watching, as we get closer and closer when the system moves forward into Gulf of Mexico. But you can see on the model guidance right here, we got this system could make verge path towards the Gulf of Mexico, bringing more rain and storms, and could make landfall over Texas, Louisiana, or maybe over Fort Panhandle or all these other states. So we need to look into that as we get closer into the dates here, after we're closely watching this system moving towards. But models are just saying it might go this way, it might go this way, or we're just gonna see it might head into Texas, making landfall, causing major flooding and all that stuff. But intensity guidance for now saying all models are agreeing that this system could remain below tropical storm intensity until we get closer and closer as we know more information on this system as we get closer later on. Forecast model. So what we're investigating now in the Atlantic is we do have 3 disturbances. Well, yes, we do have 3 disturbances right now. For the next 48 hours, we have this one and 10% here, 20% formation here, and so these are all low chances for this one. For next 5 days, we only have about we still have 3 systems here. This system has a 20% forming low for next 3 hours and 5 days. This system has a 20% for next 40 hours. The next 5 days are 30% low formation chances. And this one has a 10% formation chance, which I don't think will form, but could bring some flooding, disorganized showers across the Texas coast over here. But we're watching the system Invest 99L closely as the system enters the Gulf of Mexico and could make potential landfall in Texas later on, bringing more flooding, storm surge, and all that stuff. And we got this system over here. This could make some light impacts, but this won't. We're just watching the system, but we don't think it's gonna form. As this is really disorganized, but we don't think this is However, this week we could see less favorable conditions should limit additional development. So that's where we got low chances of this formation. You can see as we're not going to see as we're going to see less favorable conditions in this area. But in this area, we could see as it enters warmer waters, this could gradually develop this system as possible while it moves west northwestward, and during the next few days, this system is expected to be over the southeastern Gulf of Mexico on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, and the Central Gulf on Wednesday. So the Gulf of Mexico will be southeastern. Southeastern should be like around this area. So it'll be like right here, the southeastern Gulf of Mexico. Then it'll be entering this area, which is the central Gulf of Mexico, like right here. And it's gonna might aim for Texas later as the path is indicating. So we're going to be watching these models closely and looking on how this system is going to progress the next few days. But this system could have a good chance of formation as could be Hurricane Gonzalo as we're watching closely next few days. But yeah, um, an Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft is scheduled to investigate the system tomorrow, if necessary, as this system becomes a concern, as it might make potential landfall into the coast of Texas, bring more flash flooding and rain. Now, what we're talking about, we're going to show you the models later on, and how warm the Gulf of Mexico sea surface temperatures, but I'm going to show that after the Eastern Pacific models here. So, but yeah, we have another disturbance in the Eastern Pacific. We got two tropical depressions, 70E and 8E right here. This is a new one right now, and here's the path of this system. This system expect to enter the Central Pacific Hurricane Center area later on, which will bring well, just will be a post-tropical system as later on as this system enters the Eastern Pacific region. Now, what are the wind speed probabilities? So, I know this map is a little messy, but I think this is the system here because I don't know. I think this is the system right here. This is probably the other system, in the Atlantic. Probably you can tell what is going on, but let's just cut that out and let's use this first because this probably for that depression E thingy that's in the Eastern Pacific as well because this is near both of these areas, so you can see, but I don't know why you have to add it there, this system, but you can see the system will expect to track um, westward, west-southward later on as this system can gradually move into cooler waters later on. But different story for tropical depression AE as this system is a new system. This could make a potential hurricane um, path, hurricane, let's say it could potentially make some hurricane development, hurricane strength later on as this system enters the Central Pacific Hurricane Center uh, zone, which is will be like somewhere around this line. But it's almost there. This system could have good strength as this system enters the eastern Central Pacific areas. Those areas will be are concerned as this system will might be moving very quickly. But you can see the system is tracking northeastward, tracking excuse me, a northwestward tap northwestward path. It's going to just turn westward. It's going to track a westward path as it enters the Central Pacific zone. So we're gonna be watching that system too, as it could have a good chance of hurricane strength. Probabilities are possible. You can see the wind feels like right here. I don't know why my marker is glitching out. Now, okay, here we got the system right here. This is their wind field. And ignore that other one because no one show. But there could be some possibilities that this system could near Hawaii could make some flooding issues. So would that be possible? So it might be likely possible as it nears Hawaii. It could be a tropical storm like by then, or tropical depression, or post-tropical system. As it enters cooler water, you can see the system could be named soon later on. So we gotta be careful of that. We're watching closely. So let's go with the forecast models now. So let's investigate the Atlantic. So in the Western Atlantic region, we're watching Invest 99L right now as we're speaking. As you can see, the system could potentially make landfall in Texas. So where's the system at? Well, we are thinking that this system is a little disorganized, but you can find it right here. It's a little hard to find, but it's like right over here. Like I said, the system has like right over here as tracked. According to the Hurricane Center, they said that this system is gonna track to Gulf of Mexico southeastern on Tuesday, that which is tomorrow. So southeastern Gulf of Mexico should be over here, but it's like southeastern, but it's like right over here. Probably centered somewhere around this area, but probably the center should be like right around here. This is their system right here we're watching, and this system could track into Gulf of Mexico. This should shift like right here, then makes landfall right over here, somewhere off the coast of Texas. Could bring majority flooding and storm surge possible as the system continues to move on. This system could make some landfall somewhere in this area. And here's the system really disorganized right here. Really disorganized system we're watching, but this system could track this way into Texas coast, bring much of the rain potential there as we're watching closely, flash flooding potentials. But this system will track, make landfall off the coast of Texas later on. We are not sure if this is going to be a tropical depression, invest system still, or tropical storm or hurricane intensity, but we have a good there could be some good chances that this system could make landfall on Friday, July 24th. We're near the coast around Thursday and should make landfall by Friday, the 24th. As you're watching on your screen right now, as we're watching closely on the 24th, could make landfall. Then we'll enter land by the 25th, then later dissipate somewhere else on the map. We're watching now. What about the Eastern Pacific? What are we watching in the Eastern Pacific? So let's focus the story on the Eastern Pacific. So we got the Central Pacific too, but what's going on in the Eastern Pacific? What's the news and headlines? What we need to know, and what's the main topics we need to talk about the Eastern Pacific? So yes, like we saw on the Eastern Pacific map, we do have two tropical depressions, 7E and 8E. So tropical depression 7E will form and later die off probably by this week as this system enters cooler waters and later be a post-tropical system. While tropical depression 8E enters some warmer waters and cooler waters, this system could have a strength into hurricane strength. But we're not sure if this is going to be hurricane strength from now. This could be at hurricane strength. It might reach Hawaii, bring flooding, flash flooding, and all that stuff we're watching across the nation. But this system might have a good chance of nearing Hawaii. Yes, you heard me. Nearing Hawaii could bring a tropical drought. But the models are guiding say this could bring storm surge. But let me tell you, we don't know what's going to be. This could be a tropical depression as it nears Hawaii. But we think this could just only bring storm surge, as this system is a little bit far. Could bring wind or storm surge. Could make big waves around the Hawaii region. So we could just say this system will not likely impact Hawaii. Only impacts are storm surge and maybe winds in this area, as this system is a post-tropical system later on, as we're watching in the models we're watching right now. As the system gradually moves away from the west areas, we're just going to see rain and clear skies for Hawaii. Nothing a lot going on as we're watching, but now, as we shift the story later into the sea surface temperatures, let's talk about that. So the ocean analysts, what are we watching in the North Atlantic? So North Atlantic, here's your story. Now, this is gonna get interesting, but the SSTs are still telling us we're gonna see a good chance of formation development. So there's a likely chance that Gonzalo invest 99L or Gonzalo. Okay, I'm just pronouncing it wrong. I just need to practice saying this little. But yeah, Gonzalo, whatever you call it. But you can see the system could make a good formation in the warmer waters. So this is entering the 30 degrees Celsius temperatures. So clearly, so yeah. Remember I said that you need 26 degrees Celsius STs and higher for tropic development. This system is in warmer waters. As it enters the warmer waters, this could just potentially make landfall over Texas. There's a good chance of that happening. This system has a better chance of happening as the system continues to track into Gulf of Mexico, southeastern Mexico, into the central Gulf of Mexico, and later make landfall in somewhere off the Texas coast or Louisiana coast. But there's a good chance of this could form potentially make landfall somewhere around this region here. We're watching as there is many searching facts passed to this system, but we're watching out there and we're gonna make sure you guys get the latest information you need. As for our job here at Invader is not only use the weather forecast is to deliver news as fast as possible. Even you guys just need the news, we got the weather news, guys, to inform you. So yeah, you can see really warm sea surface temperatures in the Gulf of Mexico there. So this is a good chance of formation soon, later on. But Eastern Pacific, what's going on there? So yes, there's a lot of sea temperatures. So where's the so if we go back into the Eastern Pacific and where the location is, we could have a great clear map where the system is. So this system is potentially, maybe this is where tropical depression 7E is. Maybe this is where tropical depression 8E is. A little mile apart, but this system is in warmer waters right now. Mainly in this 29 degrees Celsius SST's region right here. This could bring one of warmest waters we're seeing right here as this system I think tropical depression 7E could have really, as it enters cooler water, this could later dissipate as a let's say will later dissipate into a post-tropical system. This could later weaken and later dissipate as a post-tropical cyclone system. But this system has new story. This could be a tropical storm as well or hurricane as it enters the warmer waters. Remain in the warmer waters as long as it can before it dies out already near the Hawaii region. So Hawaiian regions, we're just seeing. Let's go to the Central Pacific. Excuse me, there. We're just Central Pacific, but new story for Central Pacific as this system tracks a little bit. So, JFS models are saying the system will like mainly track down here in the warmer water. So probably might track around this area. But will enter the cooler waters, then later dissipate in these cooler waters as it remains in the 26 degrees Celsius STs as it enters cooler waters. But it won't just get back into warm waters because these are really warm waters, but it won't probably make it into the Western Pacific. But yeah, you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, this system could not live until it lives in cooler waters, dissipates later on in this area as it remains as a post-tropical system later on. So that's all for Invader's Light News and Weather Forecast for July 20th, 2020. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share, and smash that bell button, smash the notification button, and turn your notification buttons. Make sure you guys get all the notifications by pressing all notifications so you can get daily reminders when I upload video each day every week. Whenever I do them by time if I don't have ran into problems. But yeah, I hope you guys understand. So that's all from Invader's Light News and Weather Forecast for July 20th, 2020. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, like, and share, and please hit that smash that like button if you guys enjoy our content, and subscribe and share. And please share this video to your friends and family if you know anyone. And please join the Discord server, links description above. More information there on stuff, whatever. We can hang out on weather servers and stuff like Discord servers. Like we just use it for news and weather and off-topic stuff. What you guys got, whatever you guys want to post and stuff. So yeah, and follow me on Twitter at InvaderRBOX. for more water news content there as well. That's all from Invader's on News and Weather Forecast for July 20th, 2020. We hope to see you guys next video and hope you guys enjoyed. Stay safe out there and take care, guys. Bye.